If you're trying to write dark, eerie loops, it is crucial for you to use the right chords, melody intervals, and mixing. Mess up any one of these and your loops will sound flat. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can use the Phrygian dominant scale to make dark, exotic sounding loops like this. I can assure you that even if you don't know any music theory, you will take away something from this video that you can immediately implement into your own loops. Phrygian dominant is the 5th mode of harmonic minor. If you use FL Studio, you can actually find Phrygian dominant at the bottom of the scale section. For those of you with little to no music theory knowledge, think of Phrygian dominant as a major scale with 3 of the notes modified. To create Phrygian dominant, you take a major scale and you lower the 2nd, 6th, and 7th notes of the scale. To me, Phrygian dominant sounds like ancient Egypt. It makes me think of pyramids, pharaohs, snakes. The first time I ever heard Phrygian dominant in a song was way back in my metalhead days. The guitar solo from Pantera's Domination is in Phrygian dominant, and it just sounds straight up evil. For a more recent example, Sam Smith's Unholy is in Phrygian dominant. The best part about using Phrygian dominant is you really only need to use 2 chords to get the full effect. Your first chord is going to be a major chord. And then you're going to take that major chord and move it up by 1 note. All you have to do is alter back and forth between chord 1 and chord 2. Let's lay down a rhythm track. To take full advantage of Phrygian dominant, you have to take advantage of the half steps in the scale. Alternate between the minor 2nd and root, major 3rd and 4th, 5th and minor 6th. Highlighting these intervals is what gives you the Phrygian dominant sound. Counter melodies, triplets always work, and I love putting them at the end before the loop starts over again. How you mix your dark loops is just as important as the melody itself. If you're not mixing your loops properly, you're gonna lose all of its attitude. Listen to the loop I just made with and without effects and notice how different their vibe is. Here's my effects bus for what I add to my dark loops. I use RC20, but I only use it for detuning and distortion. I like putting an 8th note dotted delay on my dark loops. I'll turn the mix knob down to just about 12%, that is all you need. The dotted 8th note delay adds so much movement. And last, I'll add reverb, which is by far the most important part of the mix. Basically, you want to add as much reverb as possible without the loop sounding muddy. I really recommend using Valhalla Vintage Verb. It's cheap and it's excellent. Now that you know how I use Phrygian dominant to make dark loops, you need to go watch this video where I break down how I use Phrygian dominant sibling harmonic minor to make Spanish loops.